LorningCornish, thank you so much for agreeing to speak to USA Today.
Oh, sure. My pleasure.
We had no intention of stopping here, but we drove by and we saw all of this, the boards, the babies. What's the symbolism and what's the message?
Well, the message, to shoot right to the chase, the message is, years ago we were lynched. As black people, we were lynched. And it just brought to mind that people got away with that, back in the day or whenever. People got away with that type of killing. And no one was tried, no one's convicted, no one went to jail, and life went on. Today, it seems like this same pattern is happening, whereas men are getting shot by the police, and it seems like people are getting away with murder. So it just reminded me of the same pattern that happened years ago. This is what happened. Right after the death of Walter Scott, I woke up about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Walter Scott in South Carolina.
Walter Scott in South Carolina, yes, who got shot at 8 times, but actually I think he received 5 bullets and died. And then the police, of course, he tried to put a gun or something next to his body and then fabricated a story. And then the story that he fabricated was untrue, by way of videotape. So that kind of resonated in my spirit. And so I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and tears was falling from my eyes. And I was like, so I got out my Facebook and I filmed myself saying, I've got to do something about this. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I can't go on living my life with this kind of travesty, going on. And I just can't sit back and let other people solve a problem that's nationwide. I can express how I feel through huge signs. And so I came out, Dwayne, and I made these signs that says, lynching still exists. White people use bullets and law to lynch blacks legally. And then I put another sign up the street on my house, up the street, and there was another sign here. So then, after I put the signs, I was like, well, why don't I put 6-foot people on the trees as a symbol of how I feel? And then I was trying to make these 6-foot people, and I couldn't make them fast enough. I couldn't get them together. So the thought said, babies. Dolls. I can buy dolls. I can paint them black. Well, there's almost 300 something men that have been killed in the last year. I just have a few. When I hung them from the tree, I thought this was such a little thing. It was the smallest thing I could do, because I kept saying, this is all I can do with a problem as big as this. This is all I can do. I can't.
This is your protest.
This is my protest.
Your message.
This is my message. This is how I feel. So it wasn't an art installation. It was just how I felt. And it really wasn't I don't know, maybe it was a protest, Dwayne. Maybe it was. But I just needed to do something. And this is what I did. But here is the thing. On the other house, there's a sign that says, hey, police, who are you going to frame, lie on, or kill next? 3 days later, after I put that sign up, Freddie Gray is killed. My God! Hey!
This wasn't about Freddie Gray initially.
No. This was about Walter Scott and the other close to 300 men that have been murdered within this year by police. That's what it was all about. Yeah. Freddie Gray wasn't even on the scene. This didn't even happen. 3 days later.
So does this grow? Does it expand?
Does this right here?
No, there'll be another Freddie Gray. There'll be another Walter Scott.
As we speak, people are putting stuff on the internet about incidences and stuff going on. We would hope that it wouldn't grow. We would hope that it wouldn't expand. We would hope with all the protests that are going across the nation. This is not just in Baltimore. This is not just in South Carolina. This is not just in New York where these things are happening. This is across the nation. And it is my hope, it is my wish that the people who are holding the guns, see, this is it. This message and messages like this all across the nation are getting out. And hopefully the people that are holding the guns, these messages will resonate. They will feel from this message. So at the point of impact, at the point where they go to pull the trigger over somebody stealing a bag of candy or a tasty cake or a bag of chips or stealing a car. At that point, they'll maybe think, oh my God, maybe this isn't the right thing to do.
There are some people who will look at this and say, this is a message about hate. Is it about hate or is it about hope?
That's a very, very, very good question. Over the years, if someone keeps trampling on you and keeps doing wrong to you, we can pray, we can forgive, but eventually your spirit will rise up. Eventually, you corner a rat and see what a rat does. Hey! You ask the rat, is it about hate? Is it about hope? It ain't about none of it. It's the fact that I'm in a god-daggone corner and I got to get out of this corner.
Survival.
It's about survival.
How have your neighbors, I mean, this is a small residential block. How have your neighbors responded here on Parkwood Avenue to
When
this?
I first put this up, there was question, there was doubt, there was concern. You know, there was concern. You know, who puts up black dolls in a neighborhood? You know, who reminds the world that we were once lynched?
Who hangs black dolls as though they're being lynched?
So there was a lot of question, a lot of concern. But after this thing started building, and especially after Freddie Gray died, it was like, okay, Lauren, what else? You know, sometimes it just takes one person to wait. It just takes one person to do something, and then the others will come. But if that one person doesn't follow his spirit, it doesn't follow his heart, and he just sits on something because other people think it's not the thing to do, then nothing gets resolved. Nothing happens. So one person has to take a stand.
You've taken a stand. What do you hope to come out of this?
Again, my hope is that the message will continue to spread. This message and other messages will continue to spread to the people who are killing, to the people who have been given authority to protect and to serve us. My hope is that they will see what's going on, if they will feel what's going on, and they will react positively the next time a circumstance comes off where they go to pull their gun. Your duty is to protect and to serve under all circumstances.
LorningCornish, thank you so much for sharing your message and your passion with USA Today.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.